Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I am going to show you a feature that probably a lot of you might not have used in Meterpreter ever, but it is a very interesting and useful feature if you want to use MSF console to its highest potential. So for this we are going to use IRB shell, and IRB will get you into a Ruby shell, right? And the module that we are going to use is called as Railgun, and Uh, I will show you how to use Railgun. Now, there is a small difference between MSF5 and MSF6. In MSF5, you would basically say everything as client dot railgun dot whatever else we are typing, right? And I will tell you what that is. But in MSF6, you don't need the client part. You just say railgun dot and everything else that we are going to say. Now, Railgun is a standard API which defines a lot of Windows functions. You can go to this specific folder, user share Metasploit framework, and if you have Metasploit framework in any other folder, you can go there. But from there, you will have to go to lib, rex, post, Meterpreter, extensions, std API, Railgun, and inside Railgun, you can see a railgun.rb file. Okay, so now this allows you to directly interact with the DLLs on the remote host. Now again, since we are using Windows XP, so a lot of these might not work because the libraries and their functions definitions would have changed. So when we try to run those, it would probably not run. But if you are running in recent version of Windows, most of these will work. But now what we can do is it basically imports a lot of functions, and which libraries it imports you can figure out by actually going to the source code, or you can just say require railgun.a, and it will basically give you error saying that the method is missing a library name and library is not found, known libraries, and it will tell you the name of the libraries that it knows about, right? By default, the Railgun would have already defined some libraries, and that's what you are seeing here. But there is a better way also to do this, and that you can do by going into Def and Windows, since we are on a Windows target. If you were on a Linux, there is a Linux folder as well. You can go to Linux and you will see that there are a few functions there. But now we are talking about Windows, so we will go to Windows. And here you can see that after def underscore, these are the name of the DLLs that you would generally see on Windows machines. So user32.dll, version.dll, winspool.dll, and so on and so forth, right? Now, each of these def files implement the functions, definitions that are present uh, in the Windows machines, right? So, for example, let's look at def user32.rb. So, if you look at this, you can see that basically it says that create a library, and the library name is user32, and then it keeps on adding each of the functions. So, these are the functions that it knows about from this DLL, and then it defines how the actual parameters for this function call are, so that you can call these functions directly from Railgun. So if you want to add a new functions, you can actually add it in this file so that it is permanently present for you if it is not implemented in Railgun automatically. Similarly, if you want to add some new DLL into Railgun, you can actually create a new def underscore DLL name.rb file here, and then you will have to also add it in railgun.rb file that we checked a few seconds back, right? Now coming back to this, so how do we use it now? Since this is a good way to enumerate what all are implemented, and we can just say user32. Let's say we want to execute a function from user32, right? Then I can say similarly railgun dot user32 dot a, and again it will error, but this is what we wanted anyways, because now it will tell you that inside user32 it could not find the function a, and it will list down all the functions that it knows from user32, which is defined again in the def underscore user32.rb file. Right now you can see that there are a lot of functions here, but since again we are on Windows XP, a lot of these signatures might have changed. So if you want to use these, probably we will have to change the signatures there. But I know for a fact that there is one function parameter which is not changed, which is lock workstation. So if we look at LMNOPQRS, lock workstation, yeah, lock workstation, right? So if we want to run this, we can simply say dot lock workstation and the parenthesis. Before that, let's check that our Windows machine is not logged. Yeah, so our Windows machine is not logged. We have seen that, and it is open now. And we can go here and execute this. We don't need the require for executing it. We were using require only to see the functions that are available to us. And when we run this, we can see that get last error is 0. Error message is the operation completed successfully, and return value is true. And now if we go back to our clone, we can see that the Windows box is now locked. Now you can understand the potential that you have with this feature, right? You can add any DLL that you want, or if you can actually put your own DLL on the remote machine and then use IRB and then Railgun to define the functions that you have uh, added in the DLL, and then call it directly from here. If you want, you can add other DLLs into Railgun and then call the functions for those DLLs directly from Railgun as well. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you.